Jake Bates. Throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Bunched up. Tua to throw. Pass time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking and room to run. Pass midfield. Spinning his way. Pass the 35 to 30. 25, 20. 15, 10. 5. And the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my. Making his presence felt. 1 play. 60 yards. 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side. Caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello and welcome to start week 2 of the NFL season. And it's a winter warning in Green Bay. They're going the all whites tonight. The Commanders are in town. They're wearing their home uniforms. This is going to be an interesting game. Both teams finished very close to each other at the end of the regular season last year. The Commanders stole the 5th seed away from the Packers. And it ended up working out for them. So we'll see how tonight goes. But this game is going to be hopefully a great one on Thursday Night Football. The first Thursday Night Football, technically, of the season. And we will see. Wake Forest and NC State is also going on right now. I was going to have that on in the background, but I just tried to tune into it. It's a 14-0 Wake Forest lead. Damn. That's okay. Yeah, this is also going to be a great week of college football. I'm excited to watch that. But it all kicks off Thursday Night Football, Packers and Commanders. As we await kickoff in this one, should be happening momentarily. This should be a good one. We shall see. We gotta figure. These two teams get to set the tone for this week. Eagles Cowboys last week, begin the season, begin week 1, was a really solid game. And it's set up for a really solid week 1. See if the same thing can happen here. Jaden Daniels and Jordan Love squaring off. Yeah, this should be a good one. Do you have to say this pre-show graphics that Amazon does for Thursday Night Football is fantastic. With like the players running through the streets of whatever city that they're in and all that. That is great. Kind of just wish that they transfer that same energy into the actual broadcast. For like their like some of their like graphics that they do, but the Packers will get ball to begin this one. We'll see this Packers offense that played pretty well last week against Detroit to begin things. I mean, only 188 yards for Jordan Love, but only 6 incompletions, was moving the ball effectively. Back-to-back home games to begin the season is also nice. But we shall see. Yeah, I think we can truly see how good this Commanders defense is tonight going against a Packers offense that I'm still very high on. As kickoff is underway, going to be returned beginning from the goal line. Going to find some room down the right side, gets past the 25 and down to about the 28. And here come the Packers. What you got, Jordan Love? Again, a pretty solid week 1 showing. Had a pretty solid for 2024 as well. Looking to build off of it. This is a Packers team that has very high aspirations this year. Has Love under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. First play of the game. Going to be a handoff to Josh Jacobs up the middle, and that's going to get 5, maybe 6. If they can get this ground game going today, which is very positive. This Commanders ground defense was not great last year. This could be a very big game for Josh Jacobs. Question is just how much are they going to give it to him? Especially because they're missing 2 offensive linemen. Love in shotgun, a back to each side. As they're going to give this to Jacobs once again up the middle. And on 2nd and 6, going to get about 2. Okay. So an early 3rd down here for the Packers. I like the idea of back-to-back run plays. I do. They're also giving Jacobs 3 on that one. Yeah, I like the idea of back-to-back plays on the ground. Again, this is a Commanders defense against the ground last year was not good. You want to see if you can take advantage of that early. As Love in shotgun, a back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and 3. Going to send the receiver in motion left to right. As Love will look to throw. Pass right side is going to be caught. That's Dontavian Wicks. Enough for the first down. A gain of 6. And to keep the chains moving. Yep, that is a great 3-play sequence to begin this game. Packers got a first drive touchdown about 30% of the time last year. That's a great stat to have. Love in shotgun going to play action, look to throw. Pat's left side's a little bit behind, but will still be caught for a gain of 12. That's Dontavian Wicks once again. Slightly behind, but still a nice throw. On target. Yeah. If you place that out in front of him, he might be able to get a few more yards, but yeah. So Love and shotgun back to his right, 2 receivers to each side as they hand this off to Jacobs up the middle. He breaks off 1 tackle and only going to gain a yard. Bobby Wagner be one of the commanders to get there. So Love in shotgun, a back to each side, 2nd and 9 from the plus 45. Tight end sent in motion as they're going to play action and look to throw. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Looking for Romeo Doubs, but a penalty marker down. They're going to call this on the Commanders. That's going to be defensive holding on Marshawn Lattimore. And yeah, that's a good call. It's a good call. Yep. As soon as he tries to break for that crossing route, Lattimore gets a fistful of jersey. It's a good call. So 1st and 10 from the plus 40 coming up. Or are they saying that was DPI? No, yeah, it was defensive holding. Okay. So Love under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. 1st and 10 from the 40. 2 receiving options to each side in the form of 2 tight ends, and there's gonna be there we go. Movement up front. Penalty flag came in late, but there's definitely movement up front there before that snap. And false start on the Packers, so push them back 5 after the defensive holding gave them 5. A 1st and 15 coming up. First and 15. Love under center, back behind him, play action, looking to throw. Has time, passing deep over the middle, and incomplete, just too far for the diving hands of Dontavian Wicks. Would have been a massive pickup on 1st down, though. He had him. Wicks definitely had a step there. Yeah, he definitely had a bit of a step. Oh, that could have been a massive pickup. So 2nd and 15, Love alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. And going to look to throw once again. Pass right side is caught. And that's Romeo Doubs for about 5, maybe 6. That's a bit more manageable 3rd down, but still 3rd and long. Oh, LaFleur's not happy about something. Love and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. 3rd and 9, looking for the 30-yard line. Love to throw. Has some time, stepping up, moving in the pocket. Throwing deep, right side, has a man. And that's caught by Jaden Reed for a touchdown. But penalty marker is down in the backfield. And Reed is slow to get up. It's a holding on the Packers. So a 3rd and 19, and Reed, he's still banked up on that sideline. Russian penalty. Absolute crushing penalty. And yeah, that is definitely a hold. He had him in a chokehold there. Terrible. That's a great call. Terrible penalty to take there. Reed's up. He's Reed's up. He's jogging to the sideline under his own power. That's great to see. Seemingly lingering. Seemingly like that right arm. That right arm was not moving like Was not moving along with the jogging motion like the left one was. He got to the sideline and instantly back on his knees, man. Hopefully Jaden Reed's okay, man. He's a fantastic receiver for this Packers offense. I mean, they have the depth, yes, but he's a massive piece to this offense. Love and shotgun back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, 3rd and 19. As Love will look to throw. Then just going to dump it off left side for former Miami Dolphin Chris Brooks, who gets inside the 35 and down to the 33. A pickup of 16. And the Packers go and hurry up. Go hurry up. 4th and 3. See if you can get him to jump off sides. Maybe you can catch him sleeping. Love under center, back behind him. Two receivers to each side. And yeah, they're thrown and incomplete. Oh, they got it to work. They caught him sleeping. Love couldn't put it on the money. No. Looking for Matthew Golden, but it's underthrown. And it's a turnover on downs. Or that's how that drive ends? Mike Sanderstill. Mike Sanderstill was the one who batted it away. That ball was underthrown by like 2 yards. If that ball's placed back of the end zone, or hell, middle of the end zone, that's a surefire touchdown. That's a throw you have to make. Like, you have to make that throw. Like, that was a case of it didn't have to be a perfect pass. It just had to be in the back half of the end zone. And it would have been a touchdown. Hell, if it was in the back 2/3 of the end zone, that's probably a touchdown. Like, that ball landed near the goal line. That's a bad one. That is a bad one. All right, we're at commercial break. All right, just coming back from commercial break, and there's an image of Sterling Sharp, most recent Hall of Fame inductee for the Green Bay Packers. A great career, well deserving of the Hall of Fame. Oh, are there also putting him? It would make sense for him to go in the Ring of Honor as well, yeah. All right, Jaden Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. First play of scrimmage for this Commanders offense. Daniels looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Eckler in the flat, and going to get brought down after a gain of 2. Oh yeah, John LaFleur mad on the sideline after all that. Because I guess, yeah, they did get a substitution out there when they didn't really need to. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. As Daniels will look to throw once again. Pressure coming, rolling to his right, trying to buy some time. Now working back left. Daniels still trying to find some space. Eventually gets tripped up and sacked. Back at the 35. And a third down coming up. Yeah, Daniels can only make so much magic happen there. Oh yeah, Parsons wanted to hold, and he had a good reasoning for it. Didn't get it though. So 3rd and 8. Daniels in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. As he will look to throw once again. Daniels, pressure coming, gonna dump it off right side. That's caught by Eckler, but not enough for the first down. Only gets about 4. So it's a 3 and out for this Commanders offense to begin the game. I think I just realized I forgot to make a fantasy move. I was supposed to start Jordan Love this week. Yeah, I did not do that. Okay. All right, so 4th down. Commander's going to send this one down. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned inside the 10 at near the 5 and brought down there. Excellent punt coverage inside the 5 at the 4. Should have just let that one bounce. Oh, are they calling kick? Are they calling fair catch interference? There is a penalty marker down. We'll see. Refs are discussing. Nope, they picked up the penalty. Okay. It'll be Packer ball inside the 5 at the 4. With 8:08 to play in the first when we get back from this commercial break. And yeah, that's a terrible decision on special teams for the Packers. That was a terrible special teams decision. But all right, we had commercial break. Had commercial break. Still at commercial break. At commercial break. Still at commercial break. Okay, just getting back from commercial break. Packers ball inside their own 5 at the 4. Love under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. After a great punt coverage from the Commanders, Love play action to throw it left side. That's caught by Tucker Kraft. And that gets you the first down you needed. A gain of about, Pollard got pushed all the way up to about the, 19-yard line? Gain of, 19-yard line. Gain of 15, and there's some much needed breathing room. They're showing Jaden Reed was headed to the locker room. That could be a very tough loss for this Packers offense. He's a great player and a great receiver. Love under center once again, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Give to Jacobs up the middle, gets about 4. Up to the 23. From 11 a.m. to noon on Sunday, a Fire Greer, Fire McDaniel banner is going to fly over Hard Rock. That's insane. I get it, but insane. Love and shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Receiver sent in motion left to right. As Love will look to throw. Pass in right side. Has a man wide open. It's Tucker Kraft. Pass midfield. The 35 to 30. The 25 and brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Tucker Kraft. How are you giving him that much space? This Commander's defense. I knew it. I had planned to start Jordan Love in fantasy, and I just completely forgot. That's on me. Like, how are you leaving Tucker Kraft that much space? Just wide open, plenty of room to run. Ball now on the 20. Love and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. Gonna give it to Jacobs up the middle for a gain of a yard. And with that, the Packers are officially in the red zone for the first time tonight. Okay. Love under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send a receiver in motion left to right. As Love's gonna play action and look to throw. Pressure coming past left side is off the mark and incomplete. Basically a throwaway in the vicinity of Tucker Kraft. So 3rd and 9 coming up. You don't need to force anything. As Love and shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. 3rd and 9 from the 19. Love making adjustments at the line. Under 10 seconds on the play clock. Have to get the snap off, and they do. Love to throw. Pressure coming, rolling to his right to buy some time. Looking downfield, now going to take it himself. Inside the 10 and spinning his way down to the 5. First down, 1st and goal coming up. Jordan Love. He's been having a great start to this game. Which I knew was going to happen. Why I had planned to put him on fantasy, but I forgot. I mean, I have Jalen Hurts as a quarterback going, so I'm not too worried, but come on. Yeah, Love took a nice hit there, but bounced off and spun his way for a few extra yards. Not too shabby. And yeah, Love's getting that crowd hyped. Taking a while here to get to the next play, but I get it. Oh, we're heading to commercial break? Was there a player down that I didn't see? Because it wasn't the end of a quarter. Actually, it might have been.
No, there's still four minutes to play in the first. Okay. Oh, Tucker Kraft was slow to get up. Okay, that's what it is. They're at commercial break due to injury timeout. All right. They're at commercial break. We shall see. First and goal from the 5 coming up for the Packers when we get back from this commercial break. But injuries are starting to pile up already. Jaden Reed went down on the opening drive. Now Tucker Kraft is down. Already they're without 2 offensive linemen in Aaron Banks and Zach Tom. So this offense, they got some pieces they're going to be without. But Tucker Kraft is on the sideline. His helmet's on. He seems to be good. Great to see that. As Love under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Pass right side, wide open. Romeo Doubs. And the Packers strike first. Seven plays, 96 yards. Just over 3.5-minute drive. Beautiful. A beautiful drive. Absolute beautiful drive. It's that Commanders defense. I mean, we knew that there was a chance they're going to be an issue this season. And they had a fantastic week 1, but it was the Giants. And now they're going against this Packers team that definitely has better offense than the Giants, and 2 drives in, and this game should be 14-0. Commanders are lucky it currently sits at only 7-0 as the extra point was good. I mean, on that opening drive, Love missed a wide open touchdown. But he's having a great night, and I'm very upset at myself that I completely got changed my fantasy lineup. I would be cooking tonight. Like that's just a bad thing to forget. All right, the kickoff moments away. Commanders, their second drive beginning here shortly, as this will be downed in the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders will begin from the 35. Heard. Not too bad. So Jaden Daniels takes the field. Second drive of the night for this Commanders offense. And we'll see what they can do. Again, he had a fantastic rookie season. And trying to avoid a sophomore slump. And through 1 week, he's doing just that. We'll see what he can do in this one. First drive was a 3-and-out. And to begin the second drive, Daniels is in shotgun, back behind him, two receiving options on each side. As Daniels is going to hand this off to Austin Eckler, who loses a yard thanks to Lucas Van Ness into the backfield with ease. Unblocked into the backfield. I mean, I guess he would have been the read key there, and Daniels just didn't keep it like he was supposed to. 2nd and 11, Daniels in shotgun, going to give this to Eckler once more, who's going to get up to about the 38. Gain of roughly 4. Oh, a 3rd and relatively long. Yeah, 3rd and 7 is a passing down, and Micah Parsons takes the field. Daniels alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Packers have everyone stood up at the line besides one. They're stacking this box. Daniels to throw. Has some time. Passing over the middle. That's caught by Eckler. Cuts inside. Going to fight his way. But doesn't pick up enough for the first. Penalty marker is down. It's a gain of 6 up to the 44. And this might be on the Commanders. It's hands to the face on the Commanders. Will replay 3rd down. Another 3rd and long coming up. And this Packers pass rush, I like what I'm seeing them. I like what they're trying to do. And go figure, it was on the center who had to guard Micah Parsons after a stunt. That's the type of presence he is. So now 3rd and 17. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw. Pass right side is caught, but going nowhere. Maybe gets 2 on the play, but not much else besides that. It's back-to-back 3-and-outs. This might be a long night for the Commanders. This might be a long night. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from about the 22. Gets up to only about the 25. Not much else going there. 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. And we're going to head to a commercial break thanks to a brilliantly done CGI light show from Amazon on Micah Parsons becoming a Green Bay Packer. Yep, commercial break. Bad commercial break after back-to-back 3-and-outs for this Commanders offense. Packers up by 7. We'll see what they can do on their third drive. We shall see. All right, just coming back from commercial break, and they're highlighting the past Super Bowls and NFL championships. And there is a trend. Bart Starr won his first at age 27. Favre got his ring at age 27. So did Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love turns 27 this year in November. Could it be time for the Packers? Could it be time for the Packers to raise another? Love under center, going to hand this off right side on the jet sweep. It's Matthew Golden. Going to get up to about the 30, a gain of 6. Might say a gain of like 5.5. It might be destiny. But at the same time, we all thought it was going to be destiny last year for the Ravens because of patterns within their Super Bowl wins. Obviously, that was not the case. Things may be different for the Packers, though. They tend to get really good luck. And also the Super Bowl is named after their legendary head coach. So maybe. Love to throw in 2nd and 4. Pressure coming, going to try and move to his right, but going to be brought down and sacked back at the 20. Jacob Martin, one of 2 Commanders to get into the backfield there. He was the first to initiate contact. And it's a 3rd and long coming up. Yes, no one's open. Good pressure. At 3rd and 14. What could be the final play of the quarter. Love alone in shotgun. 4 receiving options to the left. Will look to throw. With some time, passing. Left side is caught by an open Chris Brooks. Going to be brought down short of the line to gain, though. Picking up those 10 yards right back from the previous play. And it's a 3-and-out. And that could be the end of the quarter. The Packers do not need to punt this one away. And because of that, they're going to keep the offense on the field. They're going to try and get the Commanders to jump here. Love in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. 7 seconds left. Going to motion the back out wide to the left. And yeah, Commanders are not jumping. That'll be the end of the first quarter. 15 minutes in the books, and the score does not do this game justice already. The Packers have been thoroughly dominated on both sides of the ball. Should be up 14-0. Love missed. Love underthrew what would have been a walk-in touchdown for Matthew Golden on the opening drive. Commanders have yet to pick up a first down in this game. So we shall see. So the Commanders defense, they finally properly stepped up there and got that 3-and-out. So there's a chance. But that first quarter was all Packers. We will see. Yeah, Micah Parsons, man, his impact has been felt, and it's only been a game and a quarter he's been a Packer. We shall see. Zeb, we're at commercial break still for the end of the quarter. All right, just coming back from the commercial break. Packers are set to send this one down after the 3 and out. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 16-yard line. It's up past the 20, 25, and down near the 28. There is a penalty marker down, though. We'll see what this is. Oh, it's on the Packers. Personal foul of face mask on the Packers. Tack on 15 to the end of the return. And we're going to have some pretty good starting field position here for the Commanders. All right, what you get? So Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the left as well. First play of this drive. Gonna send it back out wide to the right. That's a quick throw left. Is a screenplay for Deebo Samuel. That goes nowhere. Javon Bullard. One of 3 Packers to meet Samuel at the line for no gain. Bullard beats 2 blocking receivers to get to Deebo Samuel. That's a great play. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the right. Gonna play action and look to throw. Daniels, quick throw, left side is caught in the flat by Deebo, who's going to get about 6, maybe 7. So another third down coming up. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 3. Packers stacking the box once again. Receivers sent in motion as Daniels will look to throw. Pressure coming. Pass out left side's going to be caught by Terry McLaurin. Gain of 4 to get the first down of the night. But Micah Parsons was there. He was ready. Daniels got that ball out just in time. As now Daniels in shotgun going to look to throw once again. Stepping up and trying to keep it himself, but only going to get about 2 or 3. All right, so 2nd and 9. Only give him a yard on that one. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left as well. Look to throw once again. Quick throw, left side's going to be off the mark and incomplete. Looking for rookie Bill Krotsky Merritt. But threw it well behind in the 3rd and 9 coming up. Okay. Next gen stats recommends going for it on 4th and 6 or less. I mean, yeah, that is kind of no man's land, but come on. Daniel's alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Looking to throw once again. Has time. Side is incomplete. Would have been plenty enough for the first down. Looking for Noah Brown. And a 4th and 9 coming up. I mean, he's open. I mean, could have been a penalty there, but none called. Yeah, that ball needs to be more outside. More towards the sideline, let him run underneath it and just get his feet down and get out of bounds. As they're going to send this one away, punt comes off clean. And this is going to bounce out of bounds. And it'll be down on the rev. Yeah, they're saying Packers ball. Commanders are saying it's their ball. They believe a Packer touched it. It'll be down near the 20. So basically a touchback. As this can be under review. Now we're heading to a commercial break, though. Heading to a commercial break. Oh, the Commanders' Twitter graphic for this game included the old spear. If they slowly work in the process of making the spearhead or the spear back to their logo, I would be so down for that because that was one of their best logos in franchise history. I love their spear logo. Like it's beautiful. Like bring back that spear. It is fantastic. Oh, the Sabres have signed Alex Ogorov? I'm excited for this NHL season. This NHL season is going to be fun. The NBA season is going to be interesting. The NFL season is off to a great start as well. As we're just coming back from commercial break. Love play action, looking to throw. Has time, passing deep over the middle, but incomplete. He misses Golden again. Matthew Golden had a step on 3 different Commanders. And Love misses him long this time. It is there. Oh. He misses him by a step. That's crazy. It's so there. It's gonna happen tonight. 2nd and 10, Love and shotgun back to his left. Going to hand this off left side, and there's plenty of space. Gain of about 8 for Josh Jacobs. I think they're ruling a gain of 9. It's so there. 3rd and 1. Love in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Ball on their own 17. Give to Jacobs up the middle will be enough for the first down as he gets to the 20 and a gain of 3. They keep the chains moving. So 1st and 10. Love in shotgun, a back to each side. Ball on the 20. Play action looking to throw. Pressure coming. Passing left side. And has a man incomplete. Couldn't get his feet in bounds. Was looking for Malik Heath. It's there once again. Oh, no, he did. He did get his feet in. That's a great catch along the sideline. Yeah, he got his feet down there. Wow, what a catch. That's a great catch along the sideline. And a big time pickup for the Packers. Yep, there's the challenge. That's a good challenge. Yeah, I guess the question is just when does he have possession, but he definitely has it there, which is when both feet would be in. Yep, all reverse. That's a catch, and that's a fantastic one at that. The Commanders only have 2 yards per play right now. Green Bay has over 8. Now ball past midfield at the 43. Love in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Gonna send one of them in motion. As Love's gonna give this to Jacobs up the middle. And Pyle gets pushed for 2, maybe. But not much going there. Oh, is game day going to Knoxville this week? Yeah. Okay. Love under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw. Pass right side is caught by a wide open Romeo Dobbs, who has room. Pass to 25 and out of bounds near the 24. This Packers offense, man, they're clicking on every cylinder in the passing game. Like they're just clicking in the passing game. Simple drag route. Romeo gets so much space. It's really impressive. Love under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Man sent in motion right to left, as Love's going to give this to Jacobs up the middle, who goes nowhere. Tonight has been a little reverse action for this Commanders defense. Last year, they were pretty good against the pass, really bad against the run. Tonight, they've been solid against the run, but cannot guard the pass for shit. Like, it's just been a complete 180 of this Commanders defense. And I'm very upset I forgot to put Jordan Love in for fantasy tonight. Love under center, back behind him. Play action looking to throw. Pass right side, caught by Tucker Kraft. Gonna break off one defender, has blockers inside the 10 and down to the 7. Tucker Kraft. Dude's a stud. I remember when he was entering the draft, it was him and Musgrave. I wanted Miami to get one of them. I wanted them to get either of them. That's why the Packers got both and was pissed. Because I knew they got two really good tight ends at their disposal. Love under center, back behind him. Two receiving options to each side. Play clock winding down to get the snap off, and Jacobs up the middle is going to fight inside the 5 to about the 1, maybe the 2. So a 2nd and goal coming up. Love under center once again. Give to Jacobs once again, and this time he gets in. From 2 yards out, Josh Jacobs makes this a 13-0 game pending the extra point with 7.5 to play in this first half. Just a beautiful drive. Both touchdown drives from the Packers tonight have been started from inside their own 10. And they just have not let it phase them at all. The extra point is up, and it is beautifully right down the middle. 14-0 Packer lead. This game has been a beautiful one for the Packers. Just beautiful. As we're at commercial break. At commercial break. This game is the Packers to lose at this point. They're playing so well offensively and defensively. I'm shocked it's not the ground game though. That's doing a good chunk of the lift in the passing game has been what's really that has been really making the Commanders sweat. So that commercial break. Oh, there's the commander load to get up that they have the card out for now. Oy. Yeah, the entire Commanders bench has taken the field. Oh, is Dietrich Wise one of their offseason acquisitions? Oh, yeah, he got rolled up on after trying to block the kick. That's yeah, that's bad. That is bad. That's a tough loss for that defense. Here we're at commercial break. Still at commercial break, and prayers up go to Dietrich Wise, big acquisition for this Commanders team in the offseason. Sucks that he goes down like that. Rolled up on trying to block a kick. That sucks. Still at commercial break for the injury timeout after the extra point. Yep, there he is. There he is up on the cart, and that's a tough loss for this Commanders defense. A tough loss. He was one of those. He's one of those guys that can very easily anchor that middle of the defensive line. Losing him this early on in the season is going to hurt this run defense. And to have it happen on trying to block the extra point, just rough. All right, kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 5. Trying to find room down that left side. Gets up to about the 30 before being stood up. 7.5 to play in this first half. Seven and a half to play in this first half. Daniels in shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. Sending the receiver in motion right to left as Daniels is going to hand this off up the middle. And that is a 5-yard gain for Bill Krotsky Merritt, the 7th round rookie, who has really exploded onto the scene during the preseason. Had a good game last week, as Daniels is now going to keep it himself right side, trying to find some room. A pass is going to be bobbled and caught by Terry McLaurin down to the 49. Hanging on through the contact. That's a late throw from Daniels, but he kind of had to throw it late there. And a real nice catch from Terry McLaurin. as there is another commander down after the play. Oh my. These Thursday Night Footballs, man. That's Brandon Coleman, one of their tackles. These Thursday Night Footballs, man. There's always it always feels like there's an uptick in injuries there in them. All right, 1st and 10. Coleman's up. He's walking off the field under his own power. That's great to see. That is great to see, but that's another tough loss for this Commanders team for right now. The hope is he'll be back, but we'll see. In to replace him is Chris Paul. No, not that one. As Daniels in shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to shift the back to his left. Daniels going to look to throw. Has some time, pass left side is well off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Terry McLaurin. Nearly picked off though. That's well too far outside. So Daniels in shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna look to throw in 2nd and 10. Quick pass to the right is caught by Noah Brown, who's gonna fight his way for an extra yard or 2 to make it a gain of 9. 3rd down coming up. So 3rd and 1. Daniel's going to hand this off up the middle, and that's enough for the 1st down. Past the 40, down to the 38. It's Bill Krotsky Merritt on the carry. All right, this has been the best drive so far from Washington. Daniels in shotgun back to his right. Debo lined up in the backfield behind the running back. I'm going to motion Debo out wide to the left as he looks to throw. Pressure coming, going to roll to his right. Now it's taking it himself up the middle and going to get about 5. Yeah, you use your legs a bit more, man. So Daniels in shotgun back to his right, 3 receiving options to the left. 2nd and 5, under 5 minutes to play in the half. What has been the best drive for the Commanders so far tonight? Play clock winding down. Daniels looking to throw. Blitz gets picked up. Pass right side is incomplete. Looking for Noah Brown. And that is Keyshawn Nixon in coverage, batting that ball away. A 3rd and 5 coming up. Yeah, that's a great play. Good break on that ball as well. Yeah, Keyshawn Nixon, man, he has really grown into a proper corner. Getting his start as a big return piece for the Packers. Good return, man. He's really developed into a fantastic outside corner. 3rd and 5, Daniels in shotgun looking to throw. Pressure coming, passing left side, going for it all, and it's incomplete. Looking for Terry McLaurin on a slot fade, but it just wasn't really there. Would have needed to be a perfect throw. And it wasn't, so it's 4th and 5, 4.5 to play in this 1st half. And out comes the field goal unit. Yeah, I don't get that throw. So now the 51-yard kick from the right hash. It is up and it is good. So the Commanders get points on the board finally, but still find themselves down by 11 with 4:27 to play in this first half. As we have a mini commercial break happening here. Yeah, there's Goodell in the stands. As we're waiting for the Commanders to send this one down. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the goal line. Past the 20 and past the 25 before being brought down near the 26, maybe 27. Yep, images of Vince Lombardi, the man the trophy's named after. Love and shotgun, a back to each side. First and 10 from the 27. Going to hand this off left side and has some space in blocking. First down and more. Past the 40 and out of bounds here to 45. That's some great play design there. That was Savion Williams on the carry. The receiver lined up in the backfield. Handed off to him on some outside zone while also faking an inside zone to Josh Jacobs. And it got the Commanders moving. So Love under center, back behind him, two receiving options to each side. Play clock winding down to get the snap off as a give to Jacobs. Right side is going to be enough for the first and up to the 40. A gain of 5. With a penalty marker down. It's a holding on the Packers. Replay second down. That's a tough one. All right, Love in shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left. Second and 12. Receiver sent in motion left to right just to get the snap off in time. And Love will look to throw. Pass left side caught by Chris Brooks for a semi-halfback screen. Gonna go nowhere. Stuffed at the line. 3rd and 12 coming up. Under 3 minutes to play. All right, so Love and shotgun back to his right, looking to throw on 3rd and 11. Has some time. Going to step to his left to buy more. Still looking. Throwing one deep down the field. And it is incomplete. Looking for Romeo Dobbs for the 50-50 ball. But Marshawn Lattimore was in tight coverage. And the Commanders will have 2:14 remaining in the half as they're about to get the ball back. All 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning. The Commanders have a shot here. And I'm pretty sure they get ball to begin the second half. So they're in a great spot here. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 20. Has space past the 30, 35, 40, and down near the 43 before being brought down. All right, one more play is needed before the 2-minute warning. Yeah, 2:02 to play. We have the 2-minute warning after this play. Daniels in shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 43. Daniels gonna send receiver in motion as he'll look to throw. Has some time, gonna step up and take it himself to the right. Trying to get the sideline, will be out of bounds at about midfield. Might rule him out of bounds near the plus 49. But that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. 1:55 to play in this first half. Packers up by 11. Commanders with the ball and past midfield. Plus they get ball to begin the second half. So they're in a prime spot here to take the lead before the Packers get the ball next. And I will quickly be right back. All right, we'll still have commercial break for the 2-minute warning. Still at commercial break. You know, the first quarter was all Packers. The second quarter's been more even. And this end of half could definitely go a long way in shaping the rest of the. We're still at commercial break. $1:55 to play until we reach halftime. As we're just coming back from commercial break. Yeah, this has been the first quarter, again, dominated by the Packers. They played really well. Second quarter's been more even. It's been more even, but still, like, the Packers feel like the team. Daniels in shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and 2 from the 49. Give up the middle for Austin Eckler will be enough for the first down, a gain of 3. Keep the chains moving and going a little bit going some up-tempo here as time continues to run in this first half. Daniels in shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. A minute and a half to play in this first half. Gonna give it to Eckler once again, this time towards the left, and he'll get about 5. Clock continues to run. Commanders still going this up-tempo. You have all 3 timeouts, though, so I'm not sure why you're rushing like this. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. And there's movement up front before the snap. Will be a false start on that left tackle. It's Laramie Tunsil. And completely fair. He was lined up against Micah Parsons there. You need to try and get every inch you can against him. Yep, false start. Daniels alone in shotgun, 2nd and 10. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Under a minute to play and clock still going. Daniels to throw. Pass right side is caught by Debo for his screen. And it's going to gain about 6, maybe 7. As that ball might have popped loose, the Commanders fell on it either way. So 3rd and 4, and you have 3 timeouts. Call them. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Gonna send the receiver in motion, left to right. Under 30 seconds to play. Daniels to throw. Rolling to his left to buy some time. Now throwing deep right side, and that's incomplete. Looking for Austin Eckler. And there's only 19 seconds remaining in the half. You have all 3 of your timeouts. And you don't use a single one in this 2-minute drill? What are you doing? Like, what's the plan here? How is this your 2-minute drill? And now they're sending out the field goal unit. Another long kick. This one from 58. It is up. And he missed it wide left. The Commanders completely blew that 2-minute drill. Completely blew that 2-minute drill. How do you have all 3 timeouts and not use a single one of them? I do not get that. I just don't get that. All right, you give the Packers great field position and plenty of time with all 3 timeouts for them to try and get their own field goal off here. Love in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, ball on their own 48. You need about 15 yards for a field goal range. Love looking to throw. Pass right side. Gonna be caught along the sideline by Dontavian Wicks. And that's your field goal range. They're inside the 40. That's your field goal range. They're at the 38. I don't get the Commanders. I do not get the Commanders tonight. And clock was able to stop because he got out of bounds. Love in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. 8 seconds remain, trying to get this a little bit closer. Give to Jacobs up the middle. He will center it and get it closer to the 35, I believe. 4 seconds remain in the half. The Packers will call their first timeout. And out comes Brandon McManus to try and make this a 14-point game once again. And the Packers just played that 14 seconds perfectly. Like, they played that perfectly, and the Commanders couldn't play over 2 minutes perfect. Like, what? not calling a single timeout in that 2-minute drill is mind-boggling. All right, Brandon McManus. Ball is relatively centered. This is a 40-something yard kick. It is up, and he doinked it. He doinked it off the left upright. The Commanders get saved right before the half. So at least it might just be the fact that I'm watching this through Prime Vision, but the Prime broadcast is not showing these field goal distances. But he doinked that off the top of the upright. But we're at halftime. The Packers have dominated this game. Even though the second quarter was more even, this has been all Packers. That 2-minute drill alone shows that this has been all Packers top to bottom. Coaching, offensively, defensively, even special teams wise, this has been the Packers game. That was a terrible 2-minute drill for the Commanders. But one half is in the books. There's still a whole other half to play. You never know. It's only an 11-point game. That can go away very quickly. Plus, the Commanders get ball to begin the second half. They're still in a fine position. Not the greatest, but a fine position to be in. But we shall see. As we're at halftime. I still just can't believe that Commander's 2-minute drill. That is like that is a 2-minute drill you would catch me doing on like Madden or college football just because I forget the clock exists. Not because I'm actively trying to do a 2-minute drill. Like that was just not no. How do you not call a single timeout on that 2-minute drill? Like that it remains an 11-point game. Welcome all in, everyone. Welcome all in. Thank you very much for the raid. Holy. Welcome all in. Thank you all. It's been the Packers game so far. Like it's been a great game. And considering that the Packers are my second team, second to the Dolphins, I needed another good game for the Packers. But what a way to start this season. Thank you, Tom. Welcome all in. Huge congratulations to what you did last week with that Chargers-Chiefs game. That was fantastic. Massive inspiration. Got me doing all this. This is my second NFL season doing all this. I do the NFL seasons. I do the UFL seasons in the spring. But thank you all in. Thank you. Welcome all in. This has been one of those games. This has really been one of those games. But yeah, thank you all. I do really appreciate it. And thank you to all who has subscribed since joining with the raid. Oh, that get us to I know we were close to 500 last I checked. 22 away, come on. My first team's the Dolphins. I am a primary Dolphins fan. So yes, this past Sunday was not good for me. So I still need to get a Packers jersey first and foremost. I've been wanting one, just haven't gotten around to it. But eventually there will be one behind me. Eventually there will be one. I'm not sure exactly what jersey. It might be the next jersey I get. We'll see. Part of me is thinking about trying to get, because I have, aside from the jerseys you see behind me, I also have a Jaguars and a Raiders jersey. So I'm thinking for all the remaining teams, I wanted to be someone who also played for Miami. So I'm leaning Chris Brooks. We'll see. I did the whole post game video about how I think about Miami right now. I think in order for things to change with the Dolphins, they need to completely tear down that front office and that organization and just start anew. A Scott Mitchell jersey. It's not Bortles. It would have been very funny to get a Blake Bortles jersey since I am a UCF student. But no, it's a Trevor Lawrence jersey. I should have gotten Blake Bortles. Damn. No, but yeah, I got the Jacksonville jersey when I was at a preseason game, so I couldn't if I wanted to. Yeah, clean it. Yeah. Yeah, it was rough for the Patriots, but at least it was a close game. Favorite NHL team? Without a doubt. I'm primarily South Florida sports for most things. I have the 2 Stanley Cups behind me as well from the back-to-backs. I am a pure Florida Panthers fan. And with McDaniel, I think it's just time. It's been 4 years with him with this system, and he still has the same pre-snap issues. And back-to-back years now, at least so far, it's the same just offensive struggles. He has not adapted yet. The Red Wings, yeah. That's fair, yeah. That's scripted or coach. I think I'm leaning scripted. I never really got into coach proper. I always got into the sagas for the different divisions. I need to go back and properly watch coach though. I know that it's fantastic. But I think I lean scripted with it currently. But I do love all of his content. NBA, it's the Miami Heat, but I don't follow the NBA like I used to. Mainly because the Heat have not been great. But I do want to like properly follow the NBA a bit more. I have friends that keep me updated more so on the regular. Celtics, yeah. Hey, props to the Celtics, man. That front office knew exactly the type of team they wanted to build for that ring, and they committed to it. Yeah. I've heard season 2 is really good, and like season 1's like you gotta get through it and all that. Eventually I'll get to all of it. I just have to find the time to put it on and go with it, but like struggling all of it. Oh yeah, Shaman is your favorite character. Shaman is your favorite. Yeah. Uh, who is my favorite character from all those? I didn't even remember some of the. I mean, damn it, that's actually a tougher question. I thought it was gonna be okay. Oh, it's yeah, Wildflower for both scripted and even the sagas and coach. Like Wildflower is by far the funniest character, at least to me. I just that style of humor is right up my alley. Like it's yeah, it's just up my alley. Then join on. Yeah, we covered the UFL when that goes on in the spring. Basically, once the NFL season ends is when I start going over like the UFL offseason moves. We're expected to get some UFL relocation and expansion news by the end of the month, and I will be covering that when that drops. Yeah, the UFL is just more football. It's just as fun. If anything, the games are kind of closer more often because of how their scoring works with how the extra points work. But those, all right. Oh yeah, Battlehawks fan. I don't have a specific UFL team I'm a fan of. I was a fan of the New York Guardians during that XFL, and I actually have a New York Guardians jersey off to the side here. So I'm hoping the Guardians come back at some point. But I've also have really enjoyed these past few years of just being a completely neutral fan. It's made watching those games a lot of fun. Oh yeah, again, the Shrouds are up there as well in terms of funny characters. It's just the wildflower humor is perfect for me. Well, we'll come on in for the UFL stuff. Yeah, it's again the UFL stuff, a lot of fun. It's always just fun to see kind of like where some like good college stars went because you most of the time they don't catch on with the NFL. Like Max Duggan was playing in meaningful games in the spring. Bryce Perkins obviously I think he's where did Bryce Perkins sign with Carolina for the preseason, but he was playing the UFL. Kellen Mond was over there at San Antonio trying his best. I could see that being the case after week 1 of Tyreek getting traded and McDaniel fired. If we lose Sunday, no one is surviving past week 3. Just straight up. Oh yeah, I don't. The Vipers failed in Tampa. They failed in Vegas. They don't need to be brought back again. At least not yet. I like their branding, but they need to mix it up besides just the Vipers. Oh yeah, of course. Welcome everyone who comes in. Yeah, Dietrich Wise is gonna be out. That stuff. Oh, was a groin injury for Dietrich Wise? Okay. Not as bad as I thought it was gonna be then. I'm waiting for the Sea Dragons to return. I want that Battlehawks Sea Dragons rivalry to be renewed. I think that would be perfect for the league to try and like build a foot in. Yeah, when that Micah Parsons trade got announced, I was on my way to the UCF opener. I had set, partly because of the rain as well, but I sat in my car for easily 30 minutes, just mind blown about that. As Jaden Reed was just ruled out. Ooh, that's a tough one. They've been playing pretty fine with pretty solid without him as we're about to start the second half. Yeah, but Jaden Reed being ruled out that's a tough one, not only for this game, but for the foreseeable future. I'm curious on what your bold predictions are for like the Chiefs and the Eagles. Because already, like, I don't think most people expected the Chiefs to lose week 1. Kickoff underway to begin the second half will be returned beginning from the 5. Trying to work his way past the 30, past the 35, has 2 men to beat, past the 40, 45 past midfield, and eventually forced out of bounds near the 45. That's how you start the second half for Washington. Trying to find a rhythm as Deebo Samuel on the return. And that does exactly what they needed it to do. Yeah, I went 11-5 for predictions in the pick'ems in week 1, which I'll take. You know, again, I kind of hamstrung myself, always picking Miami each week. But like I got the Raiders one right. That was when I was really going back and forth on. I should have gotten that Bears game right, but man. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that is a gain of about 5. That's Bill Krotsky Merritt on the carry. I went bold a little bit with predictions for this week, though, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, I went as far as predictions went up yesterday. I recorded predictions on Tuesday, so before a lot of injury reports go out. And I picked the Saints to beat the 49ers before it was announced Purdy was going to be out. So I felt like that was a stretch at that point, as a screen pass to Bill Krotsky Merritt is incomplete. He just threw it at his feet as it was getting blown up there. 3rd and 6 coming up. One second for the Broncos. Yeah, all good. Yeah, but the injuries that the 49ers have makes me very second guess them in this game. Appreciated. I second guess the 49ers with those injuries. And again, especially with Purdy being out, I feel a lot better about that. And there's also someone who I picked the 49ers to win that division. I'm just like, these injuries already at this point in the season are insane. Oh yeah, I could that Christmas Day game is going to be fantastic. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and 6 from the 40, looking to throw. Daniels with some time. Pass over the middle is caught by Zach Ertz. A dive and grab to pick up the first and a gain of 8. I could totally see the Chiefs not making the AFC Championship game after week 1. Oh, there's a chance that I could see them missing the playoffs. Their schedule is not easy leading into their bye week. Oh yeah, that's completely fair. I have a ton of friends that kind of like strong arm them to also do predictions, and they're in the same boat of just like trying to learn teams. But it's fun. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Bill Krotsky Merritt on 1st and 10, going to get up about a gain of 4 up to the, what's that, 26, 27 yard line. I mean, yeah, if my friends would have said no, I was gonna force them to do it. They also wanted to do it. But it's just funny that we have a fantasy league going as well on top of the pick'ems. That is just like, it's funny hearing them talk football. Daniels quick throw right side, caught by Deebo Samuel in the flat, and that's going to be a gain of 2, maybe 3. Pass the 25 to the 24. Yeah, I mean, a few of them posed, yeah, because we did they did a basketball fantasy league this past season. And then we did a different one 2 years ago. But like during that, they posed the idea of doing a football one. So I just like fully committed. I pretty much fully committed to doing it. It's fun. This is my first time doing fantasy in like 3 years. So fantasy football. So it's good to get back into that as well. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 3 as the play clock is winding down. They barely got that snap off. Daniels to throw. Pressure coming and sacked. Back at the 34. Penalty marker is down. Parsons might get half a sack on that. He's one of 2 Packers to meet Daniels in the backfield. But Micah Parsons, man, it's holding on the Commanders. This is going to be declined. But it was Micah and Edrin Cooper combining for that sack. He just bulldozed that right tackle. It's not even fair. God damn, Micah. Man, he looks beautiful in that all-white uniform as well. He just fits the Packer branded. It's weird. Oh, yeah. All right, 52-yard kick from the right hash. 4th and 13. It is up. And he He doinked it. No good off the right upright. Back-to-back missed kicks, and the Commanders are in a tough spot. Oh yeah, no. Wildflower is gonna go crazy with this game. This is just not a good performance for the Commanders. I mean, yeah, it was the Giants in week 1, but after what you showed then, especially defensively, like this is rough as we head to a commercial break. Yeah, 3 doinks in. Oh no, the first missed kick for the Commanders was just wide left. I think it might have been a doink. Either way, yeah, plenty of doinks tonight. Then you would love the UFL if you don't think kickers should exist, because there's no extra points. Instead, it is a 1, 2, or 3 point conversion attempt, and there's about 20 field goals a year. If you don't think kickers should exist, the UFL is the league for you. My fantasy matchup, yeah. Too many, I don't know. Well, what is the mark for a game having too many doinks, and does that even exist? I think it depends on the matchup. If there's a thing as too many doinks. But yeah, Miami had a players only meeting today. I cannot wait for this season to be. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Jake Moody getting released. Who did they sign to replace him, or have they? Yeah, I imagine they've done that by now. But I kind of feel bad for Moody. I mean, the start of his career was going great, and then he just kind of lost it mentally. He got in his own head about the kicks, and you can only miss so many before the leash is non-existent. Oh yeah, Niners fan just who did the Niners bring on? Because I mean, Miami's dealing with kicker injuries right now with Jason Sanders, so we have Riley Patterson as our kicker. As you have next week, Thursday Night Football, the Dolphins play the Buffalo Bills. Would very easily, it's Eddie Pinheiro that they signed. Yeah, next week, Thursday Night Football, would very easily could be the final game coached by Mike McDaniel if Sunday goes south. If Sunday goes too south, Thursday night next week could be the end of the era. Love under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Then a play action and look to throw. Has a pocket. Love throwing right side wide open past midfield. Down to the 35 is Luke Musgrave. Plenty of space. The Commanders' pass defense is non-existent tonight. Yeah, and there's that exact reason that Seattle played the 49ers really close. So that's part of the reason I'm leaning the Saints on Sunday. And I'm not too high on Seattle this season. I do still think they could compete because that division's going to be wild. But that game was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Love in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Play clock winding down to get the snap off. Love to throw. Pressure coming. Pass left side is a throwaway incomplete. In the vicinity of Josh Jacobs, Commanders dialed up a good blitz off that left side. Had a free rusher. Love just threw it away. And I mean, so some play callers just don't have it. I feel like the worst thing is a play caller that doesn't have it and doesn't realize they don't have it. Love in shotgun, a back to his left, a receiver lined up in the backfield to his right. As they give this to Jacobs up the middle. Has room. That's enough for the first down, gain of 10 up to the 25. Some great blocking up front for Josh Jacobs. Oh yeah, Darnold can definitely pass it, but it's not having Justin Jefferson is going to hurt Sam Darnold this season. I don't think we really saw that in week 1, but I mean, that receiver core that Seattle has can only do so much at this point without having another like proper big time name. And that was the main reason why I was kind of against the Seahawks this year. Like the other receiver that they had, MVS, that I thought was gonna have an impact and did not even make the team. 3rd and 1, they ruled that Jacobs was short. Love under center, back behind him. Then a play action, look to throw. Pass in the flat left side, caught by Musgrave with room. Pass to 20 and down to the 19. Luke Musgrave, two big catches on this drive as they keep the chains moving. Yeah, I mean, it's also just game plan sometimes. The 49ers secondary is fine. But maybe they just saw something during the game that was like, the ground game is one rush away from really breaking open. A give left side to Josh Jacobs is going to work his way to the 15. JSN's development is the biggest thing that this season really depends on for Seattle. As a holding on the Packers is the penalty. JSN just felt like he needed another year with either Lockett or Metcalf. Getting rid of both of them was the straw for me. If you had one of them, I think you would have been fine. Because again, Cooper Kupp is a very solid add to that receiver room. JSN, as another year of development, would have been fine working underneath Kupp and Lockett or Metcalf. It's just not having either of them is what's really throwing a wrinkle in things. So 1st and 20, and there's a penalty marker before the snap. We have movement up front. A false start on the Packers. They're just going backwards now. Oh, definitely. Definitely. But I don't know. Play calling is weird. For as much as we can sit here and be like, you should have done this. I mean, I did that with the Dolphin game plenty with the ground game. There's always a reason behind it, but just that doesn't mean that reason is correct. Love in shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the right as well. Gonna look to throw in 1st and 25. Pass it wide open, Tucker Kraft inside the 15 and down near the 12. Beautiful seam route by Tucker Kraft. And just like that, all the previous penalty yards are for naught. I could see that being the case. I'm really high on Seattle's defense, though. Like, where I'm not high on their offense, I love their defense. It's kind of similar reason for the Rams and why I like their defense. It's a young defensive unit that has shown already to be a good defensive unit. Love under center, back behind him, gonna hand this off to Jacobs up the middle, and that might be enough for the first. I appreciate it. Yep, enough for the first. A gain of 6, 1st and goal. It's been a great drive for the Packers. Even with the penalties, they're just not caring. They're moving the ball well. 1st and goal, under 8 minutes to play in this 3rd quarter. Yeah, we got over 500 subs. Fuck yeah. The goal was 500 by the end of the year. Getting it week 2 is perfect. Love to throw in 1st and goal. Pressure coming, trying to roll to his right. Now still trying to find some time, and now just chucking it at the back of the end zone, incomplete. 7.5 to play in the 3rd. Yeah. I don't know how the Packers have done it. They've had like over 20 years of just very consistent quarterback play, and that is a very good thing to have. Like Love has, I think Love has surpassed expectations that his career had when he was drafted, and like he's become a really fun quarterback to watch. So Love in shotgun, going to hand this off to Jacobs right side, makes one man miss, gets inside the 5, breaking tackles, and brought down at the 4. Oh yeah. I know it's always Dolphins Twitter is funny sometimes. So after the game, after the game on Sunday, everyone was like, "Damn, should have gone Herbert. Flores was right. Should have gone Herbert." With most people not realizing that Brian Flores wanted Jordan Love. But the funny thing is, Love needed those 3 years behind Rodgers. Like, that is a very valuable thing. The same way that Rodgers having those 3 years under Favre was very valuable. The Packers know what they do, know how to handle a regime change. As Love looking to throw in 3rd and goal, gonna pass Sid right side, and that's a throwaway into the stands, incomplete. All right, some bend don't break for the Commanders, but still a rough start to this quarter. Oh, did LaFleur want a timeout before that play? Seems like it. It just showed him bouncing around on that sideline. Brandon McManus on for the field goal try to make this a 14-point game. It is up, and the cheap shot is good. 14-point Packer lead. 6:37 to play in the quarter. You also learned that from Roger. Again, the throwaways are great. I know a lot of people don't fully love them, but at the end of the day, gotta play smart football. Okay, but it wasn't directly Bart Starr to Brett Favre. Lynn Dickey was in there as well. Don't forget Lynn Dickey. Ooh. Start Rodgers. Bench Love, practice squad Star, and cut Favre. I just don't like the interceptions. It's way too many. Yeah, babe. For as much as like these past few years of Rodgers have kind of tainted his legacy for me, I cannot deny that during his prime of pretty much the entire 2010s, Rodgers was one of the best pure passers the league has ever seen. And like in middle school and high school, when I was trying to play football and play quarterback, Rodgers was always my go-to for like guys to watch and try and learn from, just like through watching. Like I'm always gonna have a little bit of a soft spot for Rodgers. He's the reason why the Packers are my second team. Oh, you're right. You're right. It's always funny that people forget that window in between Star and Favre. It's like in that window, man. It was the Bears division. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Yep, showing the Luca trade, a Parsons trade. I think the funniest thing that came out of both of those trades is as soon as Parsons was traded, you had the Dallas Stars tweet in saying, "Don't worry, Mikko Rantanen is not leaving." And then you have Dallas Stars fan being like, "What about this player and this kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the goal line. Up past the 20, trying to find some room up the middle, and gets brought down past the 25, near the 27. It's always funny to see like the eras of different teams and if there is overlap. I might do a video on that. I might. I have like 3 other videos. I'm like, I want to do them, but they're off-season videos. And knowing how the last big project project video I just finished up went, it'll probably be like nearly a year before any of those come out. Speaking of, before the NFL season, I dropped a massive video project that took like a year of on and off work on, talking about the actual worst NFL teams. As Daniels will look to throw in 1st and 10, has some time in the pocket, pass over the middle is... They're gonna say that's caught up near the 34. I'm just not seeing... Okay, yeah, that was Benson not on the reception. There we go. Well, Quinn Ewers... People in Dallas were waiting for Arch Mannion, so... Handoff left side on 2nd and 3 is going to be stuffed at the line by Edrin Cooper. Trying to get Austin Eckler going, but no room there. You know, people in Dallas were waiting for Arch Mannion, and that's a decision that maybe second guessing on at this point, but I think there's time. I also just don't see Arch realistically leaving for the NFL after one starting season. Daniels alone in shotgun on 3rd and 3. Pressure coming, pass left side is well off the mark and incomplete. Low and away, looking for Terry McLaurin. And that's a 3 and out, once again forced by this Packers defense. Harrington Valentine was the corner in coverage. That's some great coverage right there. Yeah, insult to injury, him hurdling over McLaurin afterwards. Yeah, he needs more time to develop. But at the same time, like, I wouldn't be completely shocked. Like, if the season turns around for Texas and they end up going on a run, like, I wouldn't be shocked if he leaves. Punt comes off clean, going to be returned for pretty much nowhere, right back inside the 20 near the 17, and the Packers will start from there. But yeah, those feel like the top 3. I know Sellers is also one where I could see him declaring and a team taking a fly on him, similar to like Josh Allen. Because they have relatively similar skill sets. As the penalty is holding on the Packers. Right, that's going to start him off deep. Yeah, Arch should definitely stay. I was just looking at this on Sunday. But yes, I expect Sellers to declare. And then for 2027, because I'm hoping Miami takes a year to build up the team before drafting the quarterback. For 2027, I mean, that class is also looking pretty solid. It's not doesn't have like the same high power like Heisman candidates that this year's class would. But I mean, Dylan Raiola is a 2027 potential. Diego Pavia is 2027 potential. Arch Mannion, if he stays, will be 2027. Like, there's options there. And that's fair as well. That, you know, you gotta work on the accuracy, work on the pass game a bit more. But I mean, like, just look at Josh Allen. He was the same way. In his rookie season, he wasn't the greatest of passers, and then they altered his mechanics. They changed his mechanics, made it so he stayed upright a bit more, and he's now one of the best passers in the league. Sometimes you just need that professional lens to be looked. You need to be looked at through a professional lens, and you can find that minor adjustment that completely changes your game. I think a Commanders comeback and win would be very entertaining, but I picked the Packers to win this game in predictions, so I'm leaning there. All right, yeah. So the Heisman House commercial is going on right now with the house being condemned. I wonder how they're gonna handle the Heisman House then this year with the whole road trip aspect of it, because the Heisman House commercials are fantastic. Except we're still at the commercial break. Should be actually exiting it right now. And highlighting Tucker Kraft, who's been having a fantastic game tonight. Yeah, 78 yards after the catch in this one. God, man, I wanted Miami to draft him, but nope. We had to what was that? 22 draft? Yeah, of course Miami didn't draft a tight end. They haven't in the past like 10 years. Yeah, I think that was the Cam Smith draft, which was not a good pick. Love under center, back behind him, two receiving options to each side. Gonna send a receiver in motion left to right as they give this left side for Jacobs to only get about a yard. This is the third drive the Packers are starting inside their own 10. The previous two went for 6. So we'll see. We will see. And look, that's a beautiful shot by him. Beautiful shot at the moon. Yeah. Love and shotgun and back to each side. Actually, Dontavian Wicks is in the backfield to his left, and motion him out wide to the right. As they give to Jacobs once again, will once again only go for about a yard. I don't hate that sequence though. Just back-to-back ground plays, starting back inside your own 10. That's solid. Third and 8, under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Love and shotgun back to his left. Two receivers to each side. Ball on their own 11. Commanders putting everyone at the line and stacking the box. As Love will look to throw. Pressure coming. Pass right side is incomplete. Do it at the feet of Tucker Kraft. The Commanders sent the house. And then nearly got home. That's a brilliantly timed blitz. Something they haven't really done a lot tonight. And it's a 3 and out forced. Exactly what they needed to do. Just exactly what you needed to do. All right. So 4th and 8, Packers set to send this one down from deep in their own territory. This Commanders offense needs to find the end zone at some point. Hunt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 40. Has some blockers, gets up to the 50 before being brought down. So they'll start from there. Okay, they're going to need a drive here. I appreciate you stopping by and sticking around as long as you did. Hope to see you at some point in the future. As this is far from the only game I'm calling this season. I plan to call a lot more than I did last year. As we're heading to a commercial break. Hell yeah. Like already, like week 1, I called 6 games. We're doing 5 this week. The biggest thing is my schedule on Thursdays are completely free, so I can actually call every primetime game this year, which is the big thing that I didn't get to do last year. Yep, we're at commercial break. All right. Commercial break. We'll see. They've had a few. The Commanders have had a few drives. Of course, the 2 doinks are not helping in this case. That would make it. Yeah, that'll be an 8-point game. Completely different story right now. But at some point, you do need to properly finish a drive. You can't just settle for field goals all day, especially against a team that's been going up and down on you. I'm gonna say Dan Lebertard, mainly because I haven't heard of the second person. But at the same time, like vacation, that doesn't happen that much. And that's an insane comparison they just pulled. 3.5 to play in the third. Daniels alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Daniels looking to throw. Has plenty of time. Throwing deep, right side, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Noah Brown on I think that was slot fade. Keyshawn Nixon in coverage. The unnecessary deep shots. Yeah, not really a slot fade. Yes, no stop and go action. Great coverage from Nixon. Daniels puts it well for a back shoulder. Coverage is just better. So Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, looking to throw once again. Pass left side's caught by Ertz, and that's going to be enough for about 9. But the bigger thing about that play is the Commanders are finally over 100 yards on the night. They just crossed over 100 yards. Insane. Real quick. Handoff up the middle for Eckler on 3rd and 1 is going to be close. Will depend on the spot. Yeah, I'll probably still say Dan. Oh yeah, he's going to be short. So a 4th and inches coming up. My typical go-to morning-ish sports show, radio show is a Joe Rowe show. Mainly because Dolphin centered, South Florida centered, it's easier for me. Handoff up the middle on 4th and inches is going to be enough for the first, I think. The give to Eckler barely gets the inches needed. All right, Daniels to throw on 1st and goal. A lot of passing plays today for the Commanders, and he's sacked. Back near the 49, Rashawn Gary, one of 2 Packers to meet him in the backfield. A lot of passing plays for Daniels tonight. I think this is like the 4th time he's been sacked. 3rd, but still, like, jeez. And once again, they're going 5 wide. 2nd and 18. Daniels in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Gonna look to throw once again. Packers send 3. Pass over the middle is caught by Zach Ertz. That's a great catch through the traffic. But I don't get this game plan. Part of it is they put themselves in a pickle, getting down the amount they have, and to the down in distance they have had tonight. But still, just no. Daniels has not been using his legs tonight. The Packers have done a great job containing him. Once again, alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 3rd and 7. Going to look to throw once again. Daniels pass left side, going for it. All is well incomplete. Going back shoulder once again on a fade route, and it's just not there. What is Cliff Kingsbury dialing up tonight? I don't get these play calls. Fourth and 7, 22 seconds left in the quarter. The offense is staying on the field, and they're going 5 wide again. This is like 4 straight plays and 5 wide. You're not a 5 wide team. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Daniels to throw once again. Has time. Pass right side into coverage is caught by Zach Ertz. He'll be short of the first, but a penalty marker is down. And we'll see what this is. If this is on the Commanders. It's defensive holding. So they're going to get the first down. It's called on Nate Hobbs. Yeah, that's defensive holding for sure. But if they go 5 wide again, like at some point, if you're gonna go 5 wide this much, run a QB draw. They don't. There's a back to Daniels' left in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, gonna look to throw once again. Now gonna try and take it himself right side. Finally, a design QB keeper, but that goes nowhere. So a 2nd and 10 coming up, as that's also the end of the third quarter. So 15 minutes remain. The Commanders have one of their better drives of the night. And we'll see how things go. Connor Williams at INT. Okay. I like that prediction. If the Commanders are gonna pass it this much and into coverage like this, then yeah, I could see it. As we're at commercial break. And I'm willing to venture in an Xavier McKinney big time play coming up. Either forced fumble or INT. I'd like to see him make a play. He was also someone I wanted Miami to sign last year in free agency, where the Packers and the Lions keep stealing the players I want. I guess it's also the fact that the NFC North and both North divisions kind of are expected to have a team that's a lot more physical than most of the NFL. So they get guys that fit that brand, and boy does it work, and it makes for some really entertaining football. Yeah, we get an ESPN and Disney commercial right now. They show some college football in there. How about this week's slate of college football? It's going to be great to watch throughout the day on Saturday. I'm going to have all eyes on the USF-UM game, though. That's going to be, like, there's going to be a quad box, but the main game is going to be that one. Like, that's going to, I mean, I'd say it's going to be a great game. It would be a great game for maybe the first quarter, potentially. And then after that, I mean, I'm kind of expecting the Hurricanes to somewhat run away with it. But if USF can keep that game close, that's going to be entertaining to a whole new degree. Probably not, because Fridays and Saturdays are really the only days I have time to do assignments for classes, as I'm also still in college. So most likely not. I still might say screw it and go live. We'll see. But considering the fact I'm also going to be live for 3 games on Sunday, most likely not. Five wide. First play of the quarter, the Commanders are 5 wide. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. As Daniels will look to throw. Pressure coming off that right side. Gonna roll to his left and gonna get upended after only a yard. Why are we going 5 wide? Yeah, the assignments I have to do I'll probably get them done during college game day. It's just going live with 3 games on Sunday it makes me not want it doesn't entice me to do college football as much. Also, like I'm not as into college football as I am the NFL. Is I view it as a quad box in the background type of football to watch. But there's always gonna be those select games where I have more attention on it. As the Commanders call their first timeout. Sure, I've been very confused with the Commanders tonight. Why not make it more? It's a 3rd and 9 coming up. And are we at the stage where you're thinking go for it if you don't get it? I mean, since you called a timeout now, you kind of have to be. You need to max. You probably get one more drive after this one. You need to maximize it. But that's just the no timeouts during the 2-minute drill at the end of the half. The constant 5 wide. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They're in 5 wide once again. Daniels to throw. Quick pass left side's caught by McLaurin. Gonna be enough for the first down as he fought for a few extra yards. So it works that time. They get to the 20. But take the 5 wide formation out of your playbook for next week, please. You don't have the offensive line for 5 wide right now. You don't have the receiving core right now for 5 wide. As Daniel's going to look to throw on 1st and 10. Plenty of time, pass left side, caught by Zach Ertz. Cuts inside the 10, the 5, and Zach Ertz gets the pile-on. The Commanders find the end zone finally in this one. And they're within a score. It took them long enough, but the Commanders have found the back of the end zone. From 20 yards out, a simple drag route from Zach Ertz. And he's able to take it a distance. Yeah, he gets Quay Walker to miss, and then no one between there and the goal line. So the extra point to make it a 7-point game is up, and it is right down the middle. All right. That is exactly the drive they needed at this stage of the game. But can their defense step up a bit? Kind of like they have been this second half. We'll see. We're heading to a commercial break with about 3:40 left in the game. We will see. Yeah, this Packers team. It's a 7-point game, but I still don't feel like the Commanders have played the same sport tonight. Yeah, it's a 7-point game. Man, I love football. Credit the Commanders' defense to step up in the second half and keep them in it. But this offense has just wasted plenty of opportunities up to this point. Where, they got that touchdown drive, but can they do it again? I was like, it feels like all the Packers need is a field goal on this drive, and they're in a good spot. we'll see. Yep, Thursday Night Football commercial for next week. Dolphins and Bills. That's yep. Because last year's Thursday night game went so well between the two of us. This I am part of me does I obviously want Miami to win, first and foremost. Part of me just wants the era to be over. Just so that way the discussion surrounding it gets so much easier. But that's the tricky part, is I don't want it to be easy. I want covering the Dolphins to be tough because they're good, and it's tougher to find things to like nitpick about. As kick is gonna be down in the end zone. I don't think this is coming out to the 35 though. He caught it. We'll see. Or you guys are saying momentum brought him back and that's a will count? No, yeah, where are they starting this at? I need to go to a game at Lambeau Field. They're showing crowd shots, and man, I need to go to a game out there at some point. I really want to. That's like my top destination of stadiums to go to. But yeah, the Packers will start from the 35. Okay. Love in shotgun back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Then a center receiver in motion left to right. As Love will play action and look to throw. Pass right side going to be caught by Dontavian Wicks for 11. Enough for the first down. Hell yeah. Hope to see you back here soon as well. Again, I'll be live for 3 games on Sunday, so there's going to be plenty of streams throughout the season. All right, 1st and 10. Love under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Going to play action and look to throw. Pressure coming. Pass going to be caught in the back, bobbled in the backfield, and fell on at the 40. Penalty marker is down. As that was, double checking, it's Sean Fitzpatrick, right? Holding on to defense is the penalty, so it's not going to matter, but yes, John Fitzpatrick was the intended target there. But a holding on Marshawn Lattimore is going to make this a 1st and 10 for the Packers. Yep, he's grabbing that left arm of Romeo Doubs. I don't think the crazy thing is with holding calls like that, it probably doesn't matter on the play because of how quick the pressure got in, but it is still holding. The Love under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna send the receiver in motion right to left as Love will look to throw. Pressure coming, pass over the middle is incomplete. Looking for Romeo Doubs, couldn't hang on through the coverage. And it'll be 2nd and 10. What's that, number 20 in coverage? Yeah, Washington is starting to dial up some good blitzes. They're starting to get much needed pressure to try and disrupt this passing game. Love in shotgun back to his left, 3 receiving options to the right with 2 tight ends. And a motion receiver right to left as the hand is off to Jacobs right side. Cuts in, gonna find room past midfield to the 45, a gain of 6. All right. Jacobs hasn't exploded in the same way I thought it was going today. I thought he'd have a much bigger impact in this game. But this Commanders' run defense, they are improved from last year. It's just the passing defense that seems to have taken a step back. Love in shotgun back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 6. As he'll look to throw once again. Pump faking, now rolling to his right to buy some time. Throw in right side, and that's caught by Tucker Kraft. for the first down up near the 35. Penalty marker is down. Is this going to be coming back? It would be a tough one if it is. No, it's a penalty on the Commanders. Will be declined. I think it was hands to the face. But it doesn't matter. It will be declined. The first down nonetheless. And Tucker Kraft, his impact tonight has been insane. Like, he's playing fantastically tonight. Commanders cannot stop him. Love under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Get a motion, 1 right to left as they give this to Jacobs up the middle for about 2. If that. Not much going though. I mean, yeah, Josh Jacobs does have a touchdown tonight, but only 68 yards. I thought it'd be a bit more at this stage. What exactly? On how many carries? 19, yeah, 3.6 yards per carry. That's fine, bud. With how the Commanders... Oh, they're going Wildcat. Savon Williams in shotgun. Going to take it himself. Left side has room. First down and more. And he tripped over himself at the 20. He had a free lane for 6. He faked a potential end-around trick play to Jordan Love and took it himself. That was nearly 6. That's a nice play call. Jeez. Yeah, so they have Love lined up out wide. Yeah, fake that end around because Commanders read that perfectly. And he just slips. Tough. Love under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Going to give this to Matthew Golden right side on an end around. And he's going to pick up about 9 up to the 10-yard line. Back to back, really nice plays for the Packers. And yeah, they're in prime position to potentially put in that dagger. It's a long shot. They still obviously have a chance, but at this stage, under 10 minutes to play, down by minimum 10 most likely. I wouldn't count on the Commanders pulling away with this one. They just haven't shown enough tonight. Love in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. There's a give to Jacobs up the middle, and that's enough for a first down inside the 10 to about the 8. So a first and goal coming up. Under 9.5 to play. Man, Lambeau Field is beautiful. I need to go do a game there at some point. That is bucket list thing. Bucket list territory. I need to go to a game at Lambeau. Love and shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side, and there is a pass right side wide open. It's Tucker Kraft. I thought there might have been movement up front. Instead, a little bootleg action, and the Packers extend this lead. With under 9 minutes to play, Tucker Kraft, an exclamation point to an already fantastic night. As is that his second of the night? Who got the first touchdown for the Packers? No. Oh, yeah, Dobbs got the first one. But it's 6 catches, over 120 yards, and a touchdown now tonight for Tucker Kraft. He's having himself a fantastic game. Extra point from McManus is up and good. It's a 14-point Packer lead. Man. Tucker Kraft. He's been the killer tonight for this Commanders defense. They're just not guarding him. Have yourself a night. Man, he's such a good tight end. God, I wish. I wish Miami had someone like Tucker Kraft on this team. Instead, our tight end is Darren Waller and Julian Hill. Oh, cool. A Borderlands 4 commercial. Didn't it just come out like tomorrow? Yep, we're still at commercial break. We'll see. I mean, in theory, the Commanders do have a shot in this. What am I looking at? I mean, there is some college football tonight. There was the Wake Forest NC State game. There's also Fort Valley State versus Clark Atlanta. What is this field? They're trying to go with the Eastern Washington red turf. Man, that does not look good. As we're just coming back from commercial break, once again highlighting the Dolphins versus Bills next week, Thursday Night Football. I'm so not ready for that game. All right, kickoff underway. Going to be downed in the end zone for a touchback. Commanders will begin from the 35. It's just been a rough night for this Commanders offense. And they're gonna need to score relatively quickly. Maybe looking for like a 4-5 minute drive here at most. As they're going 5 wide. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Receiver sent in motion right to left. As Daniels will look to throw. Pressure coming, sidesteps it, trying to find some room, will take it himself and only picks up about a yard before getting down. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. 2nd and 9, will gonna hand this off to Eckler in a halfback draw. And that is gain of 3, maybe 4. Not much else. And it's already 3rd down. They're going up tempo here. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. 3rd and 4. You have only killed about a minute of clock on this drive. As Daniels looking to throw. Pressure coming. Pass left side is incomplete. A completely free lane there. Daniels had no choice but to throw that ball at the feet of Zach Ertz. And offense is staying on the field. On 4th and 4, well back in your own territory. No, not well back, but back at your own 41. The Commanders were a good 4th down team last year. We'll see if they still have it in them. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Motioning Deebo Samuel from the right to the left. As Daniels will look to throw. Pass right side. That is incomplete. Keyshawn Nixon with beautiful coverage against Jalen Lane, the rookie out of Virginia Tech. And that's a very tough turnover on downs to have. And we head to a commercial break. That's the exact opposite of a drive you want. Just it's again, the Packers are a really good team. So you can only put so much stake into this. But there just there's nothing in this offense that I'm seeing of like they're actually trying to get a scheme going. Like, cause at some point, you 5 wide is not helping. They're not doing a lot of QB keepers. They're like it's just they're most of their passes have been deep down the field, relatively deep down the field. It doesn't need it. As we are just no, we have a prime commercial first. We should be out of commercial break here shortly. Welcome on in. Perfect time. We got about 7.5 left in this game. So welcome on in for the tail end of it. This is one of 5 games I will be live with in week 2. We have 3 games on Sunday, beginning with 1 o'clock, the Patriots and the Dolphins, and I am a Dolphin fan. We'll be live with Eagles and Chiefs as well, and Sunday Night Football between the Falcons and Vikings. I also plan to be live for Buccaneers Texans on Monday night. Probably won't go live for Chargers Raiders because that will go until like 1 a.m. and I'm just not gonna touch that. Love under center back behind him. As he will play action and look to throw. Has plenty of time. Deep shot. Right side is overthrown for Dontavian Wicks. But it is there. Wicks had an ever so slightly step on his man. As there's Ed Policy and Brian Gutekunst in the Swede. So Love and shotgun back to his left. We receiving options to the right. Gonna send the receiver in motion right to left. As they give this to Jacobs right side. Gonna get to about the, past the 40 to about the 37-ish. One second. Yeah, the Packers next. They have a week 5 bye. It's kind of early. Love and shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. I hope the Dolphins can win as well. They need to do, as long as they perform better than they did Sunday. Quick pass left side's going to be incomplete. Looking for Chris Brooks in the flat as the Commanders sent the pressure. And it'll be a 3 and out. Yeah, I mean, yeah. This past week was rough. Obviously the mindset is you can't against the Patriots, it can't go worse than it did against the Colts, but obviously it can. I don't know. The only thing I'm holding out hope with is the fact that Tua has yet to lose to the Patriots in his career, and if that starts Sunday, post game is going to be fun. All right, 4th and 8. The field goal unit is on the field. And the Packers will have to call a timeout. A late substitution means they were not going to get that snap off in time. Yeah, the great thing is, like, since starting these streams, whenever the Dolphins have a rough game, I pretty much am instantly going into a different game to watch. So I don't have to pay attention to the Dolphins all that much. It's great. Same thing, like, after that Colts game, I recorded post game, took like 10 minutes, and then I was straight into Lions Packers and just was able to not have to worry about the Dolphins for a solid 6 hours. All right, 4th and 8, field goal try for Brandon McManus, a 55-yard kick. It is up, and it is good. What a kick. And it's a 17-point Packer lead with 6:42 to play in this one. That's a beaut. Yeah, drilled it. Had about like 3 yards to spare on that kick. And we head to a commercial break. We'll see. Commercial break. The Commanders are looking just for something offensively. Like, at this point, you just need something offensively that you can take into next week. Because this offense tonight has not been good. Just top to down has not been good. It took him until halfway into the third to get over 100 yards on the day. Like, can't be having that. Just can't. I mean, I still can't get over the field that Clark Atlanta University has. Good old D2 college football is going on ESPN2 tonight. That turf, man, that's bad. Oh yeah, international games. I forgot we played the Commanders in was it in Madrid this year. That game's gonna be terrible. Oh, I forgot we played the Commanders in Madrid this season. That cannot wait to wake up at 9 a.m. earlier than 9 a.m. for that game. Jeez. Oh, that's gonna be beautiful. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Damn, Amazon really wants to hone into the fact that they have Dolphins Bills next week. Kickoff underway. Going to be a down out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Will begin from the 35. There you go. The Sterling Sharp inducted into the Packers Ring of Honor tonight, on top of being a Hall of Famer. Inducted this season. Well, I'm shocked he was not inducted into the Ring of Honor sooner. Like, how did it take him this long to become a member of the Packers Ring of Honor? As Daniel is in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the right as well. Gonna send one of them in motion right to left. As he'll look to throw once again. Pat's left side is caught by an open Zach Ertz, and is going to be about 8 on the play. All right, not bad. They're going up tempo. Daniel's in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Gonna look to throw once again. Pass left side, caught by Terry McLaurin. He gets past midfield and brought down at the opposite 45. And they're still going up tempo. Now, if this was the UFL, this would be a 2-score game. And we'd be talking a whole different ball game. As they're going 5 wide. Daniels to throw. Pass over the middle is incomplete. To no one's surprise. Keyshawn Nixon in coverage looking for the rookie Jalen Lane. And it's 2nd and 10. I need to go back through this game and see what their success percentage on 5 wide plays are. I need to see that. There's no way that percentage is high. Daniels in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side, 2nd and 10 from the 45. Gonna look to throw once again. Pressure coming, pass right side is incomplete. Looking for Austin Eckler, who wasn't fully prepared for that pass. And a 3rd and 10 coming up. So 3rd and 10, and they're back in 5 wide. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 3rd and 10. You're in 4-down territory. Daniels to throw. Has time, pass over the middle, caught by Debo. Gets past the 40, and that's enough for the 1st down, a gain of 12. That time it worked. But the Packers also only sent 3. As Austin Eckler is slow to get up. Oh, he's struggling. That's tough to watch. What even happened here? Goes for that chip. Oh, it's non-contact. Oh, that's terrible. He goes to try and cut inside to get a block on that corner. Oh, yeah, and his leg just gives out. Man, that's tough. And 5:37 to play in the game, and Eckler, yeah, he's getting helped off to the sideline. He can't put any pressure on that right leg. Yeah, he can't put any pressure on that. Jeez. That's tough. Yeah, and he got on the bench and was just like, "Come on, man." As the Commanders are in 5 wide. Daniels to throw from 5 wide. Has some time. Gonna roll to his right to buy more. Throw in. That's a wide open receiver inside the 20, down inside the 15 to the 13. That's Luke McCaffrey on the reception. Back-to-back plays where 5 wide gets him 10 plus. Sure, why not? Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. 1st and 10 from the 11. Daniels to throw. Has time. Gonna try and step up and take it himself, but will be brought down. So I have ball on the 16. Ball was on the 14. Got brought down near the 13, maybe the 12 there. And Daniels he's up, but he's hobbling. He was hobbling back to the huddle. Was that the hip drop tackle? Hey, it's a hip drop tackle that the refs still do not call. Fantastic. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. A 2nd and 9, looking to throw once again. Quick pass left side is caught by McLaurin inside the 10 to about the 6. Has the NFL, has these refs ever called a single hip drop tackle? I think they threw the penalty once on a hip drop, but they picked it up. I don't think I've ever seen them actually call a penalty on those, despite the fact they're supposed to. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and 2, looking to throw. Pass end zone is off the mark and incomplete. Oh, penalty marker down. As also a shoe is untied. It's holding against the Packers. Ball will be placed on the 3. Hey, there's Xavier McKinney. Ball will be placed on the 3-yard line, 1st and goal for the Commanders. Yeah, that's a clear hold on that. That's a late substitution. Daniels in shotgun, back behind him. And the Commanders substituted late, so the Packers are also going to substitute late. And yeah, they're not going to have time to snap this ball. That's brilliant play by the Packers. Commanders have to call a timeout. The Commanders substituted with like 12 seconds left on the play clock. So the Packers, they just sent out 2 people to substitute. Just to kill the clock. As there's Eckler being carted to the locker room. Man, that's tough. All right, 1st and goal, 3:43 is still to play in this game. There's technically a chance the Commanders can come back, but they needed this drive to be a lot shorter. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Gonna motion one of them over to the left. As there's movement up front. False start on the Commanders. That's not what they needed there. So 1st and goal from the 8-yard line coming up. Just the penalties. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, gonna look to throw. Pressure coming, gonna try to escape it, but unable to. He's sacked at the 10. As Daniels a little slow to get up there, but he's up. He's back in the huddle, but he took a second. They're going up tempo, 2nd and goal. At least they're gonna now they're rehuddling. Five wide, 2nd and goal. Daniels to throw. Quick pass over the middle is caught by Debo. Gonna stumble his way and get in a touchdown for the Commanders. It's something. Might be a little too late though. They will try and go for 2 to make this a 9-point game. Again, if this was the UFL, you can go for a 3-point conversion. That's what makes the UFL that's what makes the UFL chaotic and fun. We have seen comebacks in the UFL thanks to the 3-point conversion attempt. I don't think we saw any this past year, but 2 years ago. 2 years ago we did. That 2024 San Antonio Memphis game was beautiful. 2-point try. Commanders in shot. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the left. 2-point try. Daniels looking to throw. Gonna step up to avoid pressure. Pass an end zone wide open. Back of the end zone is Luke McCaffrey. But there's a penalty marker down. It's offsides on the Packers, so that's going to be declined. And it's a 9-point game. And with only having one timeout remaining and 2:53 to play, I would imagine they go for the onside kick. Right? I would imagine. Oh, Daniels also got hit late there on that touchdown play. All right. It's something for this Commanders offense that has been struggling most of the night. It's at least something to hang your hat on. And yeah, here comes the onside kick. Teams were 0 for 4 on onside kicks last week. Last year, it was 3 for 50. Dude, I don't know how you fix that. But the NFL needs to find a way to fix that. 3 for 50 on onside kicks is crazy. It doesn't need to be insane, right? Like three successful onside kicks. You need more than that to be successful over the course of a season. The Commanders have not successfully gotten an onside kick in nearly 10 years. It's been 10 years since the last successful onside kick for the Commanders. They're going to need one here to keep this game alive. And here it comes. And it's going to be caught at about the 48 by Dontavian Wicks. So the Packers recovered the onside kick. Though Eckler was immediately ruled out with an Achilles. Oh, Tucker Kraft nearly got a hand on that one, but he smartly pulled his hand away. All right, at this point, with only one timeout remaining for the Commanders, we need 2 first downs, unless they want to call a timeout. Love under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to send a tight end in motion as they hand this off to Jacobs up the middle. He gets to midfield before being brought down. And with 2:48 to play in this one, did the Commanders call a timeout? Yeah, Commanders call their final timeout. So all we need is 1 first down now. All we need is a singular first down. I still maybe need 2. Is what? Another play, kill about like 3 seconds, maybe 4. Yeah, you'll need 2 first downs. I mean, unless you don't pick up the first here, then yeah, you'll need 1. Love under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. 3 tight ends in the game. Going to play action and look to throw. Love, pressure coming. He's just going to fall down and be sacked back at the 35. What are we doing? What are we doing? We need 1 more play before the 2-minute warning. Actually, no. No, yeah, you do. There's 2 seconds in between play and game clock. So a 3rd and 21. The Commanders will get the ball back. Right out of the 2-minute warning. Actually, what is this clock doing? Yeah, Love in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right. And they're going to give it to Jacobs, left side, who's going to get past the 40. Still fighting past the 45 and brought down at the 47. And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain. There's a 1:56 remaining. And yeah, they're not going to go to a massive commercial break, are they? Yeah, no, not going to a massive commercial break here because yeah, the Packers need to send this one down, and then the Commanders can do with the ball what they will. We shall see. Yep, here we go. Back from the 2-minute warning. Packers send this one down. And we'll see what the Commanders decide to do with the ball once they do get it. That play clock's winding down. All right, to get the snap off. Punt comes off clean. Going to be bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. And we'll see what the Commanders decide to do. They're down by 9. A minute 50 to play. I mean, if they really want to try, they in theory could score 9 points in a minute 50 or score 10 points in a minute 50. They have a minute 47 to play. I mean, you need to score quick though. And you need the onside kick, something you haven't done as a franchise in 10 years. So we'll see. It starts getting to that point where if they get past midfield and they get into field goal range, how early do they kick the field goal? As they're going 5 wide. Daniels in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw. Has time, passing a flat right side to Debo. He's going to make 2 men miss and still fight his way to about the 25. Not how you want to start that drive. But they're going hurry up. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, a 2nd and 4 as he looks to throw. Pass right side, that's caught, enough for the first, a gain of roughly 10. That's Zach Ertz on the reception, but you have to go hurry up. You're in turbo the entire drive. And Daniels is just going to spike it. With a minute 8 to play, they're going to spike it. So 2nd and 10, a minute 8 to play. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the left. Looking to throw. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Tipped at the line. Great play there by Devontae Wyatt. And it's a 3rd and 10, a minute 4 to play. Daniels alone in shotgun, 4 receivers to the right, looking to throw. Has time, pass over the middle, is caught by Zach Ertz, but he goes down quick, only a gain of about... No, it's incomplete, never mind. So 4th and 10. Daniels in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the left. 4th and 10, game on the line. What's your play call? Daniels to throw. Pressure coming, trying to avoid it. Pass, right, left side is short and incomplete. Looking for Terry McLaurin, but did not put enough into it. He had him open. But all we need now is 2 knee downs. And the Packers, 2-0 to begin this season. 2 really solid wins. and 2 arguably dominant wins in each in their own right. What a way to start this season for a team that has very high aspirations. And now they have a 10 days rest to get healthy again. And their next part of the schedule is not that bad. We could see we could be talking about the Packers being undefeated headed into November. As there's one knee down, we will need one more. But the final is going to be 27-18. What a win for the Green Bay Packers. On the short week, after playing a very tough opponent in Detroit, they come out here and they've fully looked like the better team. There's the final knee down, and that will do it. 27-18 win for the Packers. Again, this is one of 5 games I will be live with throughout the weekend. Sunday, I'll be live for the Dolphins and Patriots beginning at 1 o'clock. Eagles Chiefs at 4:25, and then Sunday Night Football for the Falcons and Vikings. Monday Night Football as well. I'll be live for Buccaneers and Texans. Hope to see you all there. Once again, thank you, Tom, massively for the raid. I do really appreciate it. We got to over 500 subscribers, which I really appreciate. That was the goal by the end of the year. We got it in week 2. Now let's enjoy this NFL season. Yep, I'll see you all on Sunday. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.